Huh?
You
Yeah,
sent it to him?
I sent it to him. I sent it to him. I added his channel too. So, yep, he should be popping up along with some other people. Since we're live, we're doing a call-in show, ladies and gentlemen. I decided, you know what? Seeing as we really got the same thing we said today, from yesterday, why don't we bring y'all in? Let's hear from you guys. And here's King DV. So, all right, welcome to the show, y'all. Here we go. Broad Street. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 151, Eagles News and Updates, Broad Street call-in edition of B.O.B.S. with your boy, Cool Cat Connor, and your boy, Smitty Eagle. What up, Smitty?
Cooling, man. Another Monday closer to the NFL being on my TV screen. That's where we at.
Yep. And by popular demand, when he gets up here, we got King DV in the building. If he can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. What's going on? I'm just trying to share it to my channel. That's all.
No, I already added your channel. Your channel's already on here.
Oh man, say less then. Say less. Let's go.
Yeah, I already added your channel. Right, your YouTube channel is already up. Just your Twitter and stuff, man. That's all. How's the family? I know I don't want to go full detail in that, but how's your family?
Everybody good. Everybody good, man. Everybody good, man. Just had a slight hiccup yesterday, but we good.
Yep. Yes, everybody. King DV wasn't here on the aftermath, so we thought let's bring him to Broad Street one time with the fellas and with everybody, so we can get hear from him in his perspective. But as we do on this show nowadays, we get to the word of the day, and the word of the day is waiting. We're waiting for some news to break. We're waiting for something to pop up for our Philadelphia Eagles as we get close to training camp. So we're just waiting on some news, which we got. So we got a couple of news today from the Philadelphia Eagles. So Nick Wright, because this has been going on for a while. So we're going to get to this clip, and we're going to hear from you guys about it. Nick Wright. So this is what Nick Wright had to say about Jalen Hurts. Listen up.
I don't think anybody actually thinks Jalen Hurts is getting cut or traded, barring a catastrophe. But I do think it's a legitimate conversation of, do we know Jalen Hurts is good? I think that and by
good?
Yes. And are we certain Jalen Hurts is a top 15 quarterback in the league. I think that's average. There's only 32. So are we certain? By good, I mean better than the average league starter. Are we certain of that? And so here's why I think it's a fair question. Because you start with, and I try to be fair, I try to be, Wilds isn't here to remind everyone, but they do call me Mr. Consistency. There is an element of the situation stuff that I don't think hold against, but use in my grading of Brock Purdy must apply here.
Hold against.
In that case. Other than San Francisco, is there a better situation for a quarterback?
Smitty, your reaction.
Bro, Nick Wright is a joke sometimes. Like, I swear to God. If you don't got him in the top 10, I really don't have any sports talk for you for Jalen Hurts. If you ain't got him at least in your top 10, you might not have him in top 5 or whatever you want to say from last year, however you want to do that, right? But to ask if he's top 15, is it's baffling, bro. I don't know what to say. Like when I think about Jalen Hurts, right? I put him in. I automatically put him in the 10, right? I automatically got him in my top 10. Like he's in there, right? And then I'm like, he's somewhere right now after the last year performance, maybe 6 or 7, right? Just slightly. And then Nick Wright comes and says 15, and it's like, is it just you don't want to be wrong too? You just like the rest of these clowns, like you don't want to be outed as one of those guys who said Jalen Hurts couldn't win football games. Jalen Hurts couldn't be a winning quarterback. Then it's just one of those situations where I don't know if I even care what you have to say most of the time. You know what I'm saying? You just making claims to be hot, to get clicked. And the Philadelphia Eagle fan base got to just leave him alone, bro. He is one of those ones who just, I seen a post today, like Joe Burrow numbers compared to Jalen Hurts total numbers.
Yeah, I got it.
We'll Jalen Hurts got
it next. I got it. Go ahead.
But if it leads into my argument, if we talk about it next, we talk about it next. But like, you will literally say Joe Burrow is top 3 instantly. But then the guy with the same exact numbers, basically the same resume, both went to a Super Bowl, both lost. Both was runner-up for the MVP in those same seasons. Both of them basically got the same resume at this moment, right? Both got national championships, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of almost the same resume, but you'll give Joe Burrow the nod. You'll give Joe Burrow the go-ahead. And I understand what it is, right? It's because he's doing it with nothing but his arm. But I didn't know being mobile was going to be the benefactor for being lower. I thought being dual threat would make you more dangerous, more dynamic, but Hurts too dark for him. Yeah, man. I mean, I just didn't understand. I don't understand Nick Wright. I never really liked the dude anyways. I mean, he had a whole bunch of bad takes about Jalen Hurts. And then he tried to slowly walk him back. But last year, Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson and Sirianni helped him out. They put him back in the driver's seat to say all this blasphemy things about Jalen Hurts. But we understand.
Yep. King?
Because I was going to go that route too, but I'm going to go a different route because I watched certain things that Nick Wright said, and I got a bone to pick with him. So you mean to tell me that this guy that we call Jalen Hurts, I'm sorry, Jalen freaking Hurts, is top 15, which you set up there and said the Prince. I'm going to go with the Prince. This is what he called them. He called them the Prince. Because, his king is Patrick Mahomes, correct? So he called Trevor Lawrence his Prince. Now, Trevor Lawrence has got a big payout, right? This is what he did. I was about to make a whole video about it. I was about to go on a rant, but I saved it for this. So he's basically saying that, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, it's not his fault. Everybody was like, Mac Jones is over there. He might take his job. But he was like, no, he's going to get a big payout, which he did. But now he's trying to say Trevor Lawrence is better than Jalen Hurts as well, which I'm like, the numbers don't lie, bro. The numbers don't lie. And for you to sit up there and just try to get clickbaits clickbait and everything like that. Trevor Lawrence is ass. He's garbage, bro. And they're gonna see it. They wasted their money. Like they wasted their money. There's no way that he's better than Joe Burrow. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. He damn sure not better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Think about it like this. Even before that little segment that you just played, they basically hit him with a stat like, yo, since college, since the 2 teams he played in college, up until now in the NFL, that's 7 years, right? About 7 years. No, it's 9 years. Sorry, it's 9. Out of the 9 years, 7 years, he had a different coordinator. He had a different coach. Now let that sink in. For him to actually have basically success with different coordinators on the collegiate field and NFL field, I don't know what we're talking about. You know, yeah, last year it was one of his worst seasons so far as a starter. But at the same time, you can't sit up there and just say little things like, oh, he's top 15. Over who? Who you got? I got him top 5. I have him top 5. You can't put Joe. You can argue the fact that he could take Josh Allen's spot because everybody got Josh Allen in the top 5 for some reason. Only thing he got over Jalen Hurts is an MVP. Everything else Jalen Hurts got, period. And you're going to fault him for being a mobile quarterback and everything like that? Lamar Jackson was a mobile quarterback. He won MVP being a mobile quarterback. So that's what I'm saying. We can't sit up there and just have this, but I know what it is. My guy, our guy, Jalen Hurts showed up in the Super Bowl, whereas though his defense of the Chiefs allowed them to, Jalen Hurts to show up. And Jalen Hurts had, in its fact, one of the best Super Bowl quarterback performances ever. It's a fact. So this is what it's all about, man. Like, I had a whole rant going on, but I'm like, you know what? He's not even worth it. But I'm gonna just say what I got to say. But to put Trevor Lawrence over Jalen Hurts is egregious. It really is. It's one of those things that you really gotta. Hey, people are looking at me, and all right, I'm gonna get the Philadelphia Eagles fans riled up. I feel like that's what it is. Just to get clicks, get views. That's where the money coming at. So it is what it is.
Yeah, man. For me, listen, this is the same Nick Wright, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put this in perspective for you guys. This is the same Nick Wright, right, that went on to First Things First in 2017 and had questions on the Philadelphia Eagles. This was the same, and then we proved them wrong. This was the same Nick Wright in 2022. Just like everybody else that had questions on Jalen freaking Hurts, and he
hold on, cool cat, Darlene, and it's not called showing up when you don't show up because you can't show up because you don't make it there. But I digress. Go ahead.
Yeah, the same. No, yeah, you're good, King. The same. This is the same Nick Wright that praised everybody else, but when it comes to Jalen Hurts, nothing. They just want to clown this kid. They don't want to give him his credit. Last time I checked, he's 34-17 as a starter with 2 Pro Bowls, 2 second-team All-Pros, an NFC East champ, an NFC champ, 5 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl, but they don't want to talk about that because of defense.
5 minutes? 5? We didn't even. We were a minute and 30 seconds away from winning.
30 seconds, man. I remember.
If James Bradbury don't hold, they kick a field goal. It ain't 100% they make that field goal because it's a 50-plus yarder on that wet grass.
Right.
He might miss.
Right.
A minute and 30 seconds from finding out what Jalen Hurts really made of if James Bradbury wasn't a poo putz.
Exactly.
Here's the other thing, though.
Yep.
Because he said also in that clip, he was talking about Jared Goff. He was talking about the 49ers and how they got teams around them. How is that a fault against Jalen Hurts? When the team is literally built around Jalen Hurts, period. If you look at it, we got Saquon now, but the two wide receivers, the tight end, the offensive line that helped him out. You know, this is how he had his success as a starter. You know, since he's been a starter, he hasn't missed the playoffs.
Thank you. That's
It's
what
not.
that's exactly what
It's
I was
not. It's
thinking
not.
too.
It's not a lot of quarterbacks that can say that in the league. Trevor Lawrence, basically, I think his defense helped him out against the Chargers that year. But besides that, you know, it wasn't really nothing. I don't know.
Exactly. But again, like I said, 34-17, second team All Pro, two-time Pro Bowler, NFC East champ, NFC champs, was about to win the Super Bowl. Outperformed Patrick Mahomes, 63.4 completion percentage, 11,764 passing yards, 67 touchdowns, 34 interceptions. Rushing attempts, 524. 2,503 rushing yards, 41 touchdowns, 8 game winning drives, 6 fourth quarter comebacks.
That's cool. Dang, quick question. You said two
Ain't Dank
superstar
an
receivers,
Eagle?
right? That's what it says. But let me ask you a question. You saying two superstars and a great offensive line help. You know, you have to have an offensive line to protect the quarterback, number one. It don't have to be great, but you know, we was blessed to have Jason Kelsey, Mailata, and them boys, right? Let me ask you a question. The two superstar receivers you're talking to, who had to throw them the ball?
I think he kind of going into. I think you got to read his next comment. You got to give him a second.
Hold on. Those two superstars broke team records with Jalen. Okay. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna go. I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go right now.
Hey, look, that's why I kind of was waiting because I was waiting. I was like, nah, ain't no
I'm
way
gonna go.
Dank
I
doing
got you. I
that.
got you, Dick. All right, got you. Got you.
Yeah.
So we on the
I
same
mean, hey,
page.
2 years ago they asked who was gonna throw in the ball. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's crazy that
Did you say
he had those
Darlene?
yards.
Hold on, Darlene. Did you say we had? You say we got great running backs? Name them. Name them.
Darlene the cop. See, Darlene the Cowboy.
Name them, Darlene. Put them in the chat. Tell me the great running backs that we have. Please, please tell me them. Please.
You know what I mean?
Tell me the great defenders
Facts,
that we
Dick.
got. Come on, man.
Facts. And they want to put these guys over Jalen Hurts.
I yet to see Burrow make a throw that Jalen Hurts can't make.
He can make those throws. It's
You're
just
gonna see more of them this year. You're gonna see him make more of them this year.
It's just that the comfortability of it. That's it. Because of the offense that he was being taught since he's been the starter as the Philadelphia Eagle. Because remember, that first year when he came at Eagle, he was backing up Carson Wentz. He was supposed to be like the dude from the Saints. He was supposed to be like that. That's how they was using him. Then the whole offense changed because we got rid of the coach, Doug Peterson. What's up? And then, you know, he had to learn something else. He's been going through this his whole career, but he's faulted for that. And y'all put more and more stuff on him. Oh, he went and made it to the Super Bowl. He didn't win. Oh, the fumble. And they made a good point. I was watching a guy that Patrick Mahomes didn't have a great Super Bowl last Super Bowl. He didn't have a great Super Bowl. He had a turnover. The only fact is that they won. That defense belted them out. But if they lose, they don't say, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes threw that pick. That's why they lost." You see what I'm saying?
What's up, Nene?
But,
Yeah.
but when Jalen Hurts fumbled, now it's like that. But mind you, we were up 10. We keep saying it. We were up 10 at halftime.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like to go back to the Super Bowl, but he's a Chiefs fan. Patrick Mahomes, Glizzy Gobbler, pause. He is. And then he also liked Trevor Lawrence. That's what he likes.
He called him the prince that was promised.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So now, since he got this big contract, now he's like, oh, watch this. He gonna show y'all. And he got what you call him now? What receiver they just got?
I almost flipped this whole table over, dog.
What?
Every time I read shit like that, like defense one stop, we would have, man.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you don't have to like him. You don't have to love them. But these stats right here, just read them. Just read them yourself. I don't have to explain it. It's all right here in black and white. And if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be going to not one, not even two, but 3 playoff games, ladies and gentlemen. 3. And a Super Bowl appearance. Look at these numbers, man, as a starter. As a starter. 10-0 against winning teams, for crying out loud.
Thanks.
Come on, man. Listen, I get it. He ain't Patrick Mahomes. Who is it? He ain't all these other quarterbacks that you love. But at the end of the day, women lie, men lie, the numbers don't lie. Point blank, period. Simple. You don't have to like him. You don't have to love him. But at the end of the day, he gets you to the playoffs. He gets you to the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is probably going to end up with 3 Super Bowls in a row, and nobody has ever done that. Okay.
I know who's not going to do it. Because you got
I know who ain't gonna do one in a row.
Right.
He ain't gonna even get an appearance. That nigga Dak ain't getting an appearance. Shit.
Well, they said Dak, so.
Run Paulo here, because we've been throwing the ball a lot.
Oh, shit! Dak! No! It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over! Fuck. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. You trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, y'all said Dak. Y'all said
Our quarterback never had a out of character like that. That's too out of character, man.
Exactly.
That's too much.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the 9 years worth of stats that Dak Prescott has to 3, 4. Yeah, definitely can do that. Sounds like a good idea.
Exactly. Salute to
Jen. You know she back.
Yep. Salute to everybody. Let's see. We got Dak donate to charity, right? We donate the defense in the playoffs.
Ooh, like he donates to defense. Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I gave y'all the numbers. What we gonna do? The next thing we're gonna talk about is Dallas Goedert. He had a charity and he said the best is yet to come for him with the new offense under Kellen Moore. And there are plays designed for the tight end and get the ball quickly. Dallas held a football camp and wanted to get back to the kids in the Delaware Valley. Now, we talked about this yesterday, Kane, about Dallas Goedert potentially getting a contract extension. Because what's your thoughts on Dallas Goedert? You think he wants one? What's your thoughts on him?
Feel like that, we need to see him in the best position for him to succeed to make that decision. How it went with Zach Ertz. He basically started to dwindle down, and then that's when we brought in Dallas Goedert. Same thing can happen after this season. So we need to see what Kellen Moore can do with him to actually explore getting the best out of Dallas Goedert. Because if not, then he's going to be one of those assets that time is up basically. But I do see him still top 5, top 10 at least tight end. I do see the fact that if he's when healthy, and I'm tired of saying when healthy with our players, that he can ball out. But with the Kellen Moore, they say he specializes in the tight end position, also wide receiver 3. So we got to see, because you already know it's going to be a game of matchups. And just like any other year that we had these guys, it's going to be somebody that gets wide open, somebody that has a good matchup that they're going to keep feeding the ball to, things like that. So it's more so like, yeah, he deserves a extension, but to what cost? You know, you can fault the injuries, you can fault basically him being out of the sets on offense because they're going to throw the ball down the field and everything like that. It's a lot to go with it. But now I think that, especially with Saquon Barkley being there, it opens up a whole dynamic for Jalen Hurts to play action. He's going to be under center a little bit more, so he's going to be able to, sit there and, just wait a little bit more. Just all depends on how much time the offensive line give him. But I think Dallas Goedert is due for a good season. I'm not going to say a stat, but that'd be crazy if we have 3 people with 1,000 yards. It's possible, but it'd be crazy if we did that. No quarterback did that in a minute. So,
right, Smitty.
I like I told you yesterday, man. I think he has to earn that extension, right? I think you want to see him healthy. You want to see him on the field. You want to see him performing in the offense. I told you yesterday, 15 games is basically kind of how I'm at it, like 15 games, but 14 games technically, because I'm hoping, the season goes as we need it to go, so nobody plays week 18 football. So, I mean, he got to stay as healthy as possible. I think if he can maintain and maybe miss only 2 games or so at the max, I think he'll be back as a Philadelphia Eagle next year. And I ain't got no problem with that. If he's staying healthy, if he's on the field, he's one of our best guys when he's on the field. So, I would like him back on the field. You know what I mean? And if we can keep him and build that tight end room up like we did before we, let Zach Ertz move up out of here, then I would be very good at doing that again.
Right. Let's see. The New York Giants running back is washed up. Okay. 803 Hitman, salute to you. Tapping in from work, so I'm here listening. Salute. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man, walking with us. Yep. The next topic I want to get to is a little bit of news, which is there has not been any communication between the Eagles and free agent wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, said a source.
Hunter Renfrow. Nobody don't want that nigga.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Man, this
Get
great
your
value.
old washed up behind on somewhere, man. Go ahead. Somebody else can
value.
use it.
He's a great value, Wes Walker.
Not even. He's not even great value. You disrespect the great value. The great value one already at the Panthers. That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the great value Adam Thielen, he already in the Panthers. That might be I don't even want to say Dollar Tree. It might be disrespectful for the Dollar Tree.
No, I call him a great value, Ed McCaffrey.
Oh, man. Who?
Because he on the outside. Thielen.
Shit,
I'm talking about people that
Thielen back in the inside this year, man.
He is?
Yeah, they drafted a receiver and brought in a receiver, so he back in the inside, man. Slide him back in the slot.
Lord, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Nah, we good off Hunter Renfrow. Maybe 5 years ago.
They like the guys that they got in the locker room. I don't know why, that was shocking our news. They like the guys that they got.
They always want the Eagles to have something.
We can't have every goddamn body. Listen, I'd rather be a 5-star restaurant than Old Country Buffet. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff and it don't taste good or it's not good. You know what I'm saying? So, I'd rather have a 5-star meal in front of me. So, we don't need everybody that's available.
Yeah. Let's see. We got
Shakira. What's happening?
There you go. What up? Yep. Think with a comment. Adam Thielen was that dude in his prime.
Oh yeah, Dank for sure in his prime, but right now, that boy old.
How much is that? Was Stephon Diggs?
Nah, it was him.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't good. I'm just saying
I think he had a couple good seasons before what's the name even got there.
Okay season.
He had a couple good seasons before he got there. I think it was more quarterback play before Stephon did.
Salute to everybody in the chat. We got Miss Ash in the building. We got Shakita in the building. Twiz Digger in the building. We got everybody in the chat, man. So y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. All of our channels. Me, Moan, Trey, Smitty, Notion Gang, King DV, The Aftermath. All your content on Broad Street Entertainment, man. Salute to everybody for rocking with us. We'll get the phone line open in a few minutes. Let's get to some more news. Salute to everybody for rocking with us. GG with another $2 super chat. The gang all here, fellas. Yep. Yep. Back like we never left. Back like we never left. So another comment. So let's get to these three topics from Jeremy Fallon, which is, I'm told the Eagles have spent a lot of time this offseason taking the old offense, Nick Sirianni's system last year that Jalen Hurts is used to, mixing it with Kellen Moore's principles, putting it all in a pot with some gumbo and seeing what works and what Jalen Hurts is comfortable with. I'm told Hurts has done a good job with this offense offseason of being vocal and taking ownership of the plays he likes, the plays he doesn't. So King, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm laughing because he know I'm laughing. He texted me like, I told you. When I'm right, I'm right. I'm like, okay. So anyway.
You weren't the only person I text. You weren't the only person I text. I texted a few people. I just wanted to put it out there. Yeah, I text you. I text Ash. She talking about, damn, bro, you be knowing shit. I'm just saying what I thought.
But look, listen. The situation calls for him to be this way, number one. Number two, I feel like that, you can see, besides probably like the Super Bowl when out there, that's like one of the times I feel like he played freely in 2022 at least. He played real freely in the Super Bowl, to the point where it was just like, yo, the Super Bowl is all or nothing. I feel like that it was more like a robotic type thing, whereas though that, hey, I don't like this play. Let's run a different play. And I know that last season they had him like basically, calling the plays at the line. But I feel like, this year I think he's going to have the keys. He's going to have the keys. He's going to have it to the point where Doug Nussmeier and Kellen Moore trust him. I think that's where it is with it. And he's going to be more vocal with the office because the circumstances changed. The window opened up when we got Saquon Barkley. Window opened up for urgency because we lost our vets. So somebody had to step up with that veteran presence, or just to be the vocal leader. And it shouldn't be on Lane Johnson. It shouldn't be on Brandon Graham on his final season and all that. He got to have the keys now. We paid him to have the keys. So I'm all for it. Him, Nick Sirianni, and Kellen Moore, they're all getting together to try to make some type of gumbo is what they're calling it, and making it to perfect it to Jalen Hurts liking, and go from there.
Yeah, Smitty.
I mean, it's like I kind of been saying a little bit, but it's a great opportunity for Jalen Hurts to really solidify himself as the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Right, he gets the opportunity to kind of form his own playbook. You know what I mean? And it's good to build from the bottom up. Even most people struggle and all of that in these type of situations, but it's a good thing to have. When you get an opportunity like this, where Jalen Hurts can bring some of the old, bring some of the new, and he figures out exactly how it works for him. So it's like I said yesterday, you want an opportunity for the offensive coordinator to be comfortable with the playbook, but you want the quarterback to be comfortable with the playbook, but you also want Kellen Moore comfortable, right? You don't want to throw out a bunch of stuff he hasn't called, or you don't want a bunch of stuff that Jalen hasn't been used to. So you kind of want to gel it together so it's one. And with Jalen Hurts actually speaking on it, just not just going out there and saying, "Oh, I can make it work. I can make it happen. If we keep doing it, it'll get better." No, just say, "Hey, look, Kellen, that ain't working for me. Can we do something else?" And it ain't all about throwing the whole play away, right? It could be adjustment. Hey, Kellen, look, I know you want me to do it this way, but can we run this route, or can I move this way so it's more comfortable for me to throw the pass you need me to? All those things work together. Maybe that's something he hasn't been doing. Maybe he's been, I can work through it. I can make it happen. I'm Jalen Hurts. I'll make it work. But becoming an adult, becoming a grown man playing this game, he's only 25. He's growing as an adult. He's learning that saying no isn't a bad thing. Speaking up isn't a bad thing. Being able to say, hey, look, I know this is how the offense is ran. I know things to go this way, but I need it to go this way because it's not working for me. I tried to make that pass a couple times. I'm not liking how it looks. I'm not liking the position it puts me in to make these passes. I'm glad to see that progression from Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And then I need that same progression to lead onto the football field. If Kellen Moore calls something in the huddle, I need you to be like, hey, Kellen, look, nah, I don't think that's going to work against this defense. I see something. But what I don't need, right, is you to see something and see it wrong. So I need both of y'all to do y'all due diligence together as coordinator and quarterback. Make this thing perfect for each other, man. So both of y'all can gel. And like I said, Jalen, you want somebody to be here, you know what I'm saying, lock in. You got to build that faith in them too. You know what I mean? So you got to have faith that Kellen gonna put you in good positions, and Kellen got to have the same, belief system in you. So if y'all want to lock in, this is the best way to do it, man. Two people working together to build a great system together, man, where it works for both parties. Everybody's comfortable.
I agree. The next thing Jeremy Fallon talked about was Nick Sirianni. He said Nick Sirianni really trusted the process, trusted his new veteran play caller, Kellen Moore, to handle a lot of things. Even though he's offensive minded head coach, he's not micromanaging everything. So they're getting to work on it. What's your thoughts, King?
I mean, this is a must for him. He must do this. This is something that he didn't want to do. And also, I feel like that he has that respect for Kellen Moore. I don't, like I said before, Brian Johnson, I don't think he had that respect for him. I think that, that's why it was more like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Let me see. I think that's what it was. I don't think that he has, like, for like a Shane Steichen, he didn't have that type of respect for Brian Johnson. For Kellen Moore, he's going to have that respect. And Jeff Lurie basically was saying, look, you need to take your hands off of the offense and let somebody else come in. And this is when they start doing the hiring. It wasn't all, Nick Sirianni last season, but it was majority of him calling those whack plays, period. Yo, Jigga crazy. That's insane, bro.
I'm not even reading that. I'm not even reading
That's
that.
insane, bro. Cool cat, you need to chill on the Metro PCS joint.
What do you mean?
No, they said it's your burner account.
What do you mean my burner account? I ain't got no burner account.
They say you Darlene, bro. They say you Darlene.
I am not Darlene.
You gotta chill with Metro PCS, bro.
They say you Darlene, fam.
Yeah, go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead,
Hey, look, I'm just saying what the people have said.
I know.
Listen, it's obviously one of those situations where you don't want Nick Sirianni doing anything for the offense totally, which is why he's still here. It's the only reason he still got a job.
Yeah.
I think he had that. I mean, he could do what he wants, right? He could technically be still micromanaging the offense if he would like to. But he could look, DV, he could. But when it works out like last year, you're gonna be somewhere serving water to the people at table number J5. I mean, I'm just saying that's what you're gonna be doing. So your best bet is to do what head coaches do, and they run the whole organization inside and out. You offense, defense, special teams, you in all the meetings, you holding everybody accountable, you're doing all the things you need to do to make sure the Philadelphia Eagles are running at tip-top shape. So this it's a good thing though. Like now you have the ability to say, I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding this person accountable. And Howie Roseman and those guys can hold him accountable too. They can say, hey, look, you're not getting the job done as a head coach. Nobody believes. Nobody's bought in. You got to go. But he can also look at Kellen or look at any of those guys and say, look, you guys are fully in charge of this and it ain't working. It ain't got nothing to do with me, so now I can hold you accountable. Like, I don't think he was able to hold Brian Johnson accountable when you take the offense out of his hands. You don't have the ability to do that. When you're not sitting in the defensive rooms, how can you hold Sean Desai or Jonathan Gannon accountable when you're not there? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
oh, his name's David. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, David. You maybe should change your name then.
Maybe you should change his name because it says
So
Darlene.
it's Darlene's burner account.
Say no.
Okay, understandable.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those situations where I think if he accepts his job, he does it well. I think the Philadelphia Eagles will be in a good position, man. He needs to be here to just organize things, make sure things are running smooth. And as I said, he's the one to hold the coordinators accountable. That's not something Howie Roseman or Jeff Lurie want to do during the season. But if you're not there, if you're not doing what you need to do as a head coach and you're not all over, how can you be said, I'm holding you accountable, right? You know what I mean? He's majority been with the offense since he's been here. He might have a new role and he might have to learn, but I think he's gonna be all right. Mm-hmm. She's a boy. Oh man, he on his mom phone. Come on, fam. You gotta stop arguing with Darlene, man.
I gotta chill, man.
I gotta chill, man.
We gotta stop arguing with Darlene, man.
Yeah. Dank says Nick is here to set
my bad,
the tone.
David.
Yeah. Nick is here to set the tone for the team, picking and choosing when to go for it. Timeouts. It lets him focus on the game.
I mean, that's what he did in 2022.
Yep.
I felt like he did more of that than try. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have respect for Brian Johnson, and that's why I think that it went south. It went south. But yeah, that's what he needs to focus on. You don't need to focus on the play calling. Let Jalen Hurts and Kellen Moore do that, and then also sprinkle in a little bit of Doug Nussmeier to see what he see. You know what I'm saying? In game time, not you going over there talking to him. I don't need you cursing out any players like you did last season, aka when he yelled at Hassan Reddick and so forth. I don't need none of that. I need you to motivate these guys to stay focused on the game and not get too emotionally attached and just go play the game.
Right. Exactly. He did it in 2022. Let's see how he does in 2024. And finally, from him is the feeling around the league is talking to several teams is that Saquon Barkley will make a major impact, maybe even like Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers type impact, because he's never had a sort of supporting cast, this type of offensive line, Fowler said. He's going to make Jalen Hurts' job a lot easier. So what's your thoughts on this, King?
I don't like the fact that they're trying to set a standard for him already. We already know what he could do. We just got to let it unravel. Right now, they trying to compare him to Christian McCaffrey and all that. I'm like, that's not the move. The move is you want him to be Saquon Barkley. You want him to still be Saquon Barkley in this offense, period. Find his way.
I don't think they're technically trying to compare him to Christian. I think they're more comparing like the structure of the team to getting an elite running back. And that's like the only time it's happened is Christian McCaffrey. I don't think they necessarily saying he's gonna beat Christian. I just think like because of what we have on offense, what we have at the quarterback, offensive line, adding a Saquon is just like dropping Christian McCaffrey with the 49ers. You know what I mean?
But it's not the same style team. I don't think so.
The only difference is probably what Devontae Smith does isn't what Debo does. Devontae isn't a gadget
it's not what Debo does.
He's a receiver.
And then,
you know what I mean?
And then they had two decent running backs. And because Jalen Hurts is way better than this other guy. He just makes the right decisions. I think that he's a better decision maker with the passing than Jalen Hurts right now. But besides that, Jalen Hurts do everything better than this guy. So back to this though. Like I feel like Saquon Barkley is going to be Saquon Barkley. I feel like he's going to make Jalen Hurts' job easier, like it says. But he also going to open the field up more because the linebackers going to have to dip. They're going to have to dip, and now that part where the blitz at, or if you're trying to stop the RPO or whatever, yeah, you hit the receiver going right behind the linebacker. You hit wherever the blitz is coming from. So that's where it is.
Hey, Darlene, you a hater. He's about to turn 30. He just turned 27, but he's about to turn 30. Come on, bro. Y'all just be saying anything. Oh, my bad, David. You just be saying anything.
Damn, why his name gotta be that? Why his name gotta be that, bro? I said, why his name gotta be that, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know why y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, David, I don't understand why you got to be a hit. The man is 27. He just turned 27 in February. He won't even be 28 until the next season. And then when he leaves, if he completes his tender as an Eagle, he'll leave the Eagles and won't be 30. So, I mean, I just don't understand, like, what logic you think. But, listen, Saquon Barkley is going to have a big impact. Obviously, we paid him money to make a big impact. I mean, he came to one of the best teams in the NFC. Yes, if you want to say he's going to have the Christian McCaffrey effect, yes, it's possible. We could be a greatly better team than we were last year or 2022. It's possible. It is possible, right? Because Christian McCaffrey made that team out there better than their 2019 version. They were better than their 2022 version. So, I mean, if you you're gonna put him on there, man. I mean, listen, we're gonna be good. It's gonna be one of those situations where Saquon could have a bigger impact than Christian. It's possible because of what we have, because of the type of quarterback we got. He's dual threat. You can't stack the box. You could. You could if you want to. You could stack. No, you could. Who's covering AJ? Who's Devontae Smith? Paris Campbell, Anais Smith, any of those guys. Matter of fact, at that point, if you want to stack the box, we could put Johnny out there. Tell me which one of your 5'10" cornerbacks is going to stand up with that 6'7" dude. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, who's going to cover Dallas Goedert if you one-on-one? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? When you put Saquon Barkley back there, and if you bring the RPO back like you're supposed to, this could be the most deadly offense in the league.
Right.
What up, Stu?
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight?
Doing good. Before we hear from Stu, let's hit the Ball Street Calling intro, and then we'll hear from Stu.
No one lies to us, no one lies to us, no one lies to us, we don't care. But no one lies to us, we don't care. No one lies to us, no one lies to us, no one lies to us, we don't care. But no one lies to us, we don't care.
Yep. So what's up, Stu? How we feeling, man?
You know what? I'm actually feeling pretty good for it to be a Monday. You know, no football, no nothing. Feeling pretty good. It's just we in that dead period, so all kinds of nonsense is getting ready to come out. And I've been listening to the nonsense from the gate, and I just sit back laughing at it, man, because it's all funny to me, man. It's really all funny to me.
Well, let it out, man. That's why we got you. Start us off with the call-in with Nick Wright. You heard the clip.
Nick Wright. Oh, see. Here's the thing about it with the whole Nick Wright argument that we heard. First of all, we've all heard this argument before, y'all. We've heard it all. We've heard this. You want to know who we've heard this from? Our division rivals.
Mhm.
So you mean to tell me your best argument about how good Jalen Hurts is that he has an organization with a front office that actually does its fucking job? I'm like, that's your argument? Not a very good one. Not a very strong one. Sorry that other organizations in the league don't do as good of a job in the front office with drafting and acquiring talent to put around their quarterback. I'm sorry that doesn't happen that often, that you're actually building a team around the quarterback. You say he makes the same thing, he says the same thing about Brock Purdy, but it's not Brock Purdy's fault that team was already built with the skills position players and the defense in line already in tow. All they had to do was drop a quarterback in there that was competent enough to get the job done. That's not Brock Purdy's fault. It ain't Jalen Hurts' fault that his front office is doing what they need to do to acquire talent to put around him and make sure that they keep that talent around him long enough for them to try to achieve something. That's not Jalen's fault for you to say, okay, that strikes against him. And are we sure he's a good quarterback? Wow, dude, really? If you need, if Nick Wright, I say this to you, if you ever see this, if you ever need anybody to tell you if Jalen Hurts is a good enough quarterback or not, ask the quarterback of your own team what he said after the Super Bowl. Ask him what he said.
Oh, he gonna tell us a PR stunt. That's what he gonna tell us.
No, that PR stunt my ass because Jalen Hurts played way better than him in that game. And we all know, the world knows that. Everybody admitted that the day after the game on live television. So we can't go back on it. Nick Wright himself even said it himself. Yes, Jalen outperformed him. So, like, really, to even make that argument really is kind of redundant because that's the same argument they were making about Patrick Mahomes before they got rid of Tyreek Hill. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
So seems like to me, Nick Wright is trying to take arguments that were used against his own quarterback and to put on other quarterbacks. But at the same time, you want to sit there and place quarterbacks that ain't did a damn thing in this damn league. You want to put them high up on the. Can somebody tell me? And like he says, are we sure he's even top 10? I'm sorry. I can really only definitively say 5 quarterbacks that I would rank above Jalen Hurts. Definitively. 5.
Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Matt Stafford. That's it. If you ain't one of them 5, I ain't trying to talk about it. Because ain't nobody else in the league done anything that Jalen ain't did.
Go ahead, King. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
I agree with the 5. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of how I got it too. Then I got Jalen Hurts at 6. Last year was just disgusting.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Herbert? You can go to the back of the line and kiss where the sun don't shine.
No, but that's his prince. That's Nick Wright's prince. Trevor Lawrence, and he basically put him over Jalen Hurts.
The only reason why I'm putting Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts is because Josh Allen, whether we like to admit it or not, he has a stronger arm. He has more of a cannon of an arm to get the ball down the field than Jalen does. But that's just facts. I'm not saying as far as running the ball. And now here's where Jalen has the edge which kind of balances it out with me, is the fact that as a runner, Jalen's better. And Jalen doesn't turn the ball over as much. He doesn't have the turnover history that Josh Allen has. Jalen's not reckless with the football. But I gotta put Josh. I would say Josh Allen because he has a better arm.
Is he? Hold on. I got a question for you, Stu. Is it that he has a better arm, or is he at a better offense where they ask him to actually make those throws? Though
I'll put it to you like this:
because the only reason I asked
He has
you,
more arm talent than Jalen.
if you look at those first 2 years, he was in the same type of offenses Jalen been in the last 2 years. RPO based, trying to get the deep ball, and then they brought in somebody who was able to manipulate the offense to work in Josh Allen's favor. And then we started seeing that Josh Allen was willing to do down the field. He was more accurate. He wasn't just a runner. So is it the fact that they put him in an offense that worked better for his arm, or and Jalen hasn't been put in that position yet? We possibly could be seeing that this year with Kellen, who's actually going to ask him to put the ball down there.
That's possible. That is possible. But I'm just saying we don't know that yet. But that's what I'm saying. As it stands, I got Josh ahead. Now I could actually say put Matt Stafford above Josh and put Jalen and Josh tied at 5 because I'm sorry, Jalen been to a Super Bowl and almost won, and Josh Allen hasn't. So,
yeah. What's your thoughts on all this, King?
I'm with Hamid. Question mark Josh Allen. Question mark for Burrow. I think a lot of people say okay Burrow because of that year that he had when he went to the Super Bowl and he beat Patrick Mahomes. That's nostalgia of it all, right? But Jalen Hurts got similar record. Similar record against Patrick Mahomes. He's been doing this consistently. Regardless of last season how that ended, he's been doing it consistently. With Josh Allen, I feel like that. They want him to get back to that MVP so bad that the narrative is that he's still top 5, which I don't see it going into this season. I feel like that, regardless of the interceptions and everything, I feel like Jalen Hurts is still top 5 quarterback. I feel like that, just like Smitty brought up. I feel like that Jalen Hurts is not asked to make those throws, and I feel like just being a Kobe Bryant fan, Kobe Bryant knew his weaknesses. It turned that into a strength, and I feel like that when Jalen Hurts did that in 2021 the off season going into 2022, I feel like that made him a better quarterback. I think this year is going to justify what I'm talking about because now he has a structured offensive coordinator that could put him in the right situations, and then he could play off of that. And then they giving him the keys as well. So I think that with that going on, I think that Jalen Hurts is we're going to see him be in top 5.
I like the way he broke down his offseason. I like the way he broke down his offseason. He took the first half of the offseason out there with his quarterback coach, the Tom Brady quarterback coach. He took the first couple of weeks out there with them, and then he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go get my guys, and we gonna work." You know what I mean? And I think that's gonna be the biggest improvement. He gonna have connection on the field with everybody. He gonna have a trust for a little bit of everybody. And I think he learned that from last year when I think to be honest, I think Goddard going down opened his eyes because he didn't trust Calcaterra or Stahl in certain situations, which causes him not to make some of the bigger plays. So I think for sure you're gonna see the opportunity. That's why I asked what I asked him, DV. Is it Josh Allen has a better arm or Josh Allen was asked to make the throws, you know what I'm saying, that they trusted him to make. Steichen is still pretty much running the same offense. He ran it with last year. He finna run it again this year. He finna run the RPO one read.
He gotta tweak it a little bit though.
He gonna run the one read. He probably a little bit more running than passing. It's probably gonna be a little bit more run based.
Healthy. He's coming in healthy now.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Hitman, I agree, Hitman.
Oh man, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop,
bro.
Y'all gotta.
I see that.
I ain't doing that, dog.
No. I'm not saying.
Hey, hey. If it's facts, it's facts, and I ain't. I'm just saying.
Now, I'm not saying Josh Allen is not top 10 because I believe he's top 10. I just got my guy over him. If he's not over him, he's wherever you put him going into this season. I'm talking about Burrow. He's definitely over him.
That's the only one I was gonna give some fight back on. Stu is Joe. Joe done missed 2 seasons.
Actually, let's hear from. I want to hear from Smitty on this. Where's your QB ranking if you have to rank where Jalen Hurts is? Where do you think Jalen Hurts is?
So I would have Patrick Mahomes 1, obviously. I'm probably going at 2. I'm probably going.
I got to go with Lamar at 2.
I was finna say Lamar.
I
Lamar
got to go with Lamar
2.
at 2.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
would be
going
going to because he won an MVP.
3.
I put Stafford at 3. He won the Super Bowl.
That's a tough
He's a
one.
more,
No,
he's
I
a
got
more,
Stafford
he's a
at
more,
4.
he's
I
a
got
more
Stafford
recent
at
Super
4.
Bowl champion than the rest of them, though.
I'm gonna have to put
That's-
Stafford at 4. I'll take
I'll
Stafford 4, Allen 3, and I'll
Yeah,
take Jalen 5. I'll take Jalen 5.
yeah, I would say Jalen 5 as well. Underneath Patrick Mahomes, just obvious Patrick. Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford because he won a Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
Josh Allen. If you want to say him as well, go ahead. Joe Burrow again. People can say whatever they want about Joe Burrow. I'm not disputing what he.
I gotta see Joe Burrow again, man. Joe
It's
Burrow
just for me. The best ability is your availability. And for multiple times I've seen him hurt. Like he was hurt last year, ladies and gentlemen. He was hurt last year. Where's Aaron Rodgers?
That's a good question. Where is Aaron Rodgers? Is he on an ayahuasca trip or somewhere? Is he in a darkness retreat? Is he running for vice president? Where is Aaron Rodgers? We ain't seen him since the 4th snap of last season. You talking about old brittle brick Rodgers? I'm telling you right now, if he lasts past 6 weeks, I'm telling you, come on, man. You don't get healthy as you get older. And that Achilles, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of how Gene, that's what I was fighting with Josh and Matt. I wanted to put Josh at 3 and Matt at 4.
Yeah. And quickly, before we hear from King where he ranks, quickly, because I know some people's going to be clipping this nonsense. Where do you have our playoff non-winning quarterback? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Congratulations, Green Bay. Him. Where you rank him at?
I don't know.
Oh.
I would have to go through a list of quarterbacks to figure out where I put Dak Prescott.
Figure out where I got him.
Yeah, I'm only saying that because I know people gonna clip this, yada yada. So I'm just want to say it out loud. So where you rank? What about you, King?
First 2, Lamar. Well, Patrick and Lamar.
Yeah,
that's my first 2.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't have Stafford in his top 5. I don't. I got Burrow at 4. No. I got Jalen at 4. Jalen 4. Josh could be 5th. And number 3 slot is. What do your guys see in Burrow though?
I like Burrow, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Burrow.
Sorry, bro.
It's cool.
Bro, just
what makes him top 5 though?
I'm sorry, bro.
Just
you can't. You ain't nothing you can tell me to say Joe Burrow ain't.
I gotta redo that 5. I ain't gonna even lie.
I'm sorry.
I gotta
bro.
redo that 5.
Just,
I ain't gonna lie.
I
gotta take Matt out. I gotta put Joe. I gotta take Matt out and put Joe.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have. He already knows. Like it. Like even if the pocket break down, he's still just Joe Cool in the pocket. He's last second balls out. He like literally. He's literally probably one of the most clutch in the pocket under pressure quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm taking Matt out.
But can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead, King.
If we win 2022, is Jalen Hurts over him?
Yes.
Yes.
Over who?
Burrow.
Yes.
Yeah, probably so.
But here's the thing. I don't know if I don't know if this is true or not. Did Joe Burrow ever make All Pro?
Not sure. I don't think so.
Okay, if he ain't make All Pro, then no, we ain't putting him over Jalen. If he ain't make All Pro.
Yeah, I gotta redo that 5 though.
If
I
he
gotta
ain't,
redo
if
that
he ain't make
file.
it all pro, then we ain't putting him over Jalen.
So
Oh,
then that's moving him up in my list too.
Like,
I gotta
and
go. I gotta
and
go.
like seriously, and I'm trying to
Pat.
figure out if he didn't make all
No,
pro with that
I
year.
don't think he did.
What
I don't think
what the hell was wrong with the voting that year? What kind of year did he have if he
Right.
didn't make all pro? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. That's kind of weird because that 2021 season, he was.
Hey man, it's all opinionated at the end of the day. Because somebody can have Aaron Rodgers in their top five. Somebody can have Matthew Stafford in their top five. Somebody can have Jared Allen. I mean, not Jared Allen, Jared Goff in their top five. Anybody, it's opinionated.
I think it's Lamar. I think it gotta be Pat, Lamar, Josh, Joe, Jalen.
Yeah, for me, it's Patrick, Lamar, Josh. I say Matthew Stafford because I gotta see more from Joe Burrow, and then I say Jalen. That's me because I need to see more from Joe Burrow. Because again, these numbers right here don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. These
Yeah,
numbers
but
don't lie.
hey,
From
look, the reason
50,
I gotta put Joe in there. Who else beat what other quarterback beat number one in the playoffs?
you do got a
He had
point
the
there,
opportunity
but
to do that.
Huh?
He got an opportunity to do that, though.
We beat him in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl.
I understand
Ain't
that.
no
But
ain't no other AFC
Look,
team beat
look.
him, dog.
You look AFC
you can put him
Championship game in Arrowhead.
cool. But what I'm saying, he had the opportunity to do that.
What you mean?
I'm talking about. I'm
I
still
think he
fighting for my
3-1
guy.
against. I think he
I'm just saying.
three
I'm
and
saying.
one
He's
I'm
against.
still
3-1
fighting for
against.
my
He's
guy.
3-1 against them.
Right. He has the opportunity to do that. That's how the schedule's lined up. And then that's how
I
the
ain't talking
playoffs lined
about
up for him.
no. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about as far as like why he. You asked me why, so I was just giving you a couple of reasons.
So basically, because he beat Patrick Mahomes.
He beat Patrick, and he had a phenomenal season. I mean, do you remember?
So
Do you remember what Cincinnati was before he got there? Before they like drafted
Like,
him?
for
Do you
real,
remember like the trajectory he was on that rookie season
bro. They was
without
getting ready to look like the
without
Browns.
without the three receiver set, right? He was on a major run.
They was getting ready to look like the Browns in the 2000s.
They were 2-14 the season before they drafted Joey B.
Yeah, they was damn near that 0-16 Browns team, bro.
So like, I think he a great passer. I think he makes everybody around him better. I think he's a good quarterback, man. I like Joe B.
I do too, but I don't. My logic is basically you saying because you just said that he beat Patrick Mahomes.
That go on your resume, don't it?
That really do.
If you beat the
So
guy number one, like if you beat the guy that's number one, don't that go on your resume?
that's politics.
Especially when your head-to-head matchup against him,
That's
you
politics.
winning that head-to-head, that matter.
So at the end of the Super Bowl, even though we lost, Jalen Hurts wasn't the top.
No, he
That
What?
wasn't.
don't count for
Yeah, he
something. That
was.
don't count for something. But I'm saying
Yeah,
that
he
don't
was.
count for something. That don't
Look,
count
we're
for
not
something.
saying no. We're not saying that it don't. Did you not just hear me say? I just asked, did Joe Burrow make All Pro? Because if Joe Burrow ain't make All Pro, I can't put him above Jalen Hurts. That's what I did. That's the specific question. That's what I just said. That's all I need to know. If Joe Burrow ain't make All Pro, then he ain't above Jalen Hurts.
This is crazy, bro.
I'm just keeping it tall.
Hey
He
Jigga,
got no line.
you put
Yeah, he
Burrow
do.
on
That's another thing.
the
He do got no
Eagles,
mind.
and we the most deadly team in NFL history, damn near from the passing game perspective. Passing. I ain't saying like just quarterback play, but passing. We ain't gonna be as dynamic with the dual threat. We ain't gonna have as much. We ain't gonna be a good rushing team.
But from
We're
passing
gonna be a
the
hell of a
ball,
passer. We're gonna be a hell of a passer. Hey, Joey B gonna have 5,000 plus every year.
yeah, guaranteed. At least 45 touchdowns. That's gonna be an average in this
But
passing.
we gonna be bottom of the league in rushing though. So you can't take it both ways. Right now we middle of the
I
pack.
don't 100% know about that though, Smitty, because they gonna be so worried about Joey B throwing to Smitty and AJ and Goddard or whoever and run like that box gonna be light. That box gonna be light. So you might be able to turn
My
around and hit that
problem is
ball
why
off.
ain't nobody but why ain't nobody talking about Patrick Mahomes and his 14 turnovers?
Facts.
But here's the thing.
You know why? You know why?
Because
he got them things.
got the thing.
Right.
He
But
got
think
them
about it like
things.
this. Think about it like this. He beat us, right? And then this last Super Bowl, he didn't play well those 2 Super Bowls. He didn't.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, he did in the fourth. In both games, he had what?
Okay,
Like
he showed
2 or 3 touchdowns in both fourth quarters.
2 or 3 touchdowns.
I think he had 2 last year and 2 against us, if I'm not mistaken.
He had, because he didn't have that many yards against us.
He went perfect in the damn second half, and he ran. He ran on that. But he had 2 passing touchdowns in the fourth, though.
I still got him at number 1, but all the
I ain't
quarterbacks.
changing that. That ain't nothing like that.
I'm saying all the quarterbacks got their flaws though. All the top 5s. It's not perfect quarterback.
Exactly. Twiz said he got Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Goff, Purdy.
Golf. All right,
Okay,
yo,
bro.
twist.
All right, boy.
Hold on. I gotta give him. Hold on, Stu. Let me give you a solo cam for this one.
Twist it. Get that way.
All right, boy.
It's over there, bro. No. Kitty table right now. Golf.
What will Bobby say?
Golf.
Will Bobby Brown
Somebody
say?
to hit
It's
you
your prerogative.
Somebody to hit you in the head with a golf club.
You got it. You got it, bro. I ain't even mad. That's how you know. I'm mad at you, bro. That's how you know. I ain't even gonna lie to you like that.
Exactly. So, Stu, let's hear from you when it comes to Dallas Goedert. We talked about him. So, what's your thoughts on Dallas Goedert? You think he's going to have a good year? You think he's going to get paid? What's your thoughts on Goedert?
I think because you know what, knowing Kellen Moore and how he likes to use the tight ends, I think Dallas Goedert could have a career year and mess around. I think he will get paid. I think they will extend. If you can find, if they found out that you can use him and he can mess around and get close to 1,000 yards and Kellen Moore's offense, find out he's damn near basically a better version of Ertz. You can get the same yardage and still have the blocker that you need. What in this offense? And he likes to use 2 tight ends. The only thing about it is who's going to be that second tight end? I don't know. Will it be C.J. Uzomah? I wanted to be the young buck McCallan Castle that we just got out of Tennessee, the undrafted free agent kid. I want to see him. He look like he can he can clean up his route running a little bit. He might be able to do something. I think he would be more like he could be he's one of those guys you could put out in the slot too. So I think if we could find who that second tight end, Goddard gonna have I think he can have a monster year this year, especially knowing there's gonna be so much attention focused on AJ and Smitty and Saquon. Oh yeah, Goddard can get off and get paid, whether he get paid here or somewhere else. Hopefully he stay here, because whether we like it or not, Goddard, he'd be injured, but I say the same thing about Matt. They play Philadelphia Eagle football. They getting hurt a lot, but they getting hurt playing hard nosed. Put your head down. I'm putting my head into this, making this tackle, or I'm trying to put my head down and run this dude over type Philadelphia Eagle football. So yeah, they get hurt, but you know what I mean, they putting it all. They putting it all out there. So as much as we like to get mad at them being hurt, at least we know it's not for lack of effort.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The next thing we talked about, Stu, was Jalen Hurts taking command of the offense. What's your thoughts on that?
About damn time. I was wondering why they ain't just let him do that last year. Right after that Jets game, they should have just said, "All right, Jalen, you tell us what you like to do, and we'll figure this out." All right, because here's the thing about it. This is another thing. I gotta say thank you, Smitty, because you said this before too. This is another thing why I don't like the argument Nick Wright made. All the weapons around Jalen. Jalen, just like those weapons help Jalen, Jalen helps them too. The threat of Jalen running the football that leaves open running lanes for the running back, that gives a space, or that takes a man out of his space, so it gives an opening for that slot, for that slant pass behind the linebacker, or that edge rusher that's trying to come in. Jalen's presence helps them just like theirs helps him. So, come on, man. Yes, let him take over the offense. Let him do if that's another thing that pissed me off when I heard it. Howard Eskin talk about when Jalen said 95% of the offense is new. No, it's not. It's only 20%. But then turned around and said, it's not Nick Sirianni's offense. It's Kellen Moore's offense. Well, wait a minute, dumbass. You just said it's only 20% new. So if it's 20% new, that means it's still Nick Sirianni's offense, ain't it?
I think he's right about that in a sense, right? I think it's 20% new scheme as far as plays that Jalen probably has never seen before. But I think it's 95% different because of the responsibility that he's asked
and how he's being coached to do it. But that's what I'm saying.
Because he said it. He said I was asked him. He was like, they asked me to move to safety today, like use my eyes, using my body to move to safety, and then I can't. You know what I'm saying? And that was something he probably wasn't asked to do much. Because you see Jalen usually just standing back there doing this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But Howard Eskin said that only 20% of the offense is new, and then turns around and says, it's not Nick Sirianni's offense, it's Kellen Moore's offense. Well, wait a minute. Kellen Moore's offense is completely different from Nick Sirianni's. So that means if Jalen said it's 95% new, that means he was actually saying something right, and you saying shit that's ass backwards. You making an argument against yourself. But I bet nobody caught that part, did they? Like he said it's 20% new, but then turns around and says it's not Nick Sirianni's offense, it's Kellen Moore's. Well, which one is it? Because if it's Kellen Moore's offense, that means that it is 95% new. But if it's still Nick Sirianni's offense, then it's only 20% new. But you just said it's only 20% new, but it's Kellen Moore's offense. That's contradictory.
Yeah, I think for sure lingo is a part of that 95% for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But my thing is, as a reporter, you should know you can't say one thing and then turn around and say something that is completely contradictory. I mean, you can't do that, especially not being a reporter as long as Howard Eskin has been. Howard Eskin has been a reporter in Philadelphia since I was in my 20s. I'm 44. Like, come on, bro. You got to know better than that. So that's why I sat there the whole time. Then that's why I said if he doesn't have a good year, he can be Carson Wentz. No, he can't, because you're talking about two different people with two different characters with two different styles of leadership. One of them didn't have a style of leadership. The other one knows how to lead. So no, if anything, if Jalen doesn't have a good year, it's not he can be Carson Wentz if him and Sirianni don't get along. It's Sirianni can be Carson Wentz if him and Sirianni don't get along. You want to know why? Guess who got the longer contract? Guess who's younger and more talented and it was more useful to the organization? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Listen, I like Jalen Hurts so much because of his Kobe mentality. You know what I mean? Like he hey, I can't make that pass. Like I said earlier, last year, year prior, he like, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. but he's going to go out there. I can see Jalen Hurts probably being on the field, being like, hey, I can't make that throw, and throwing the same pass 50 or 60 times in a row, just to try to perfect it every day. Just being like, hey, we're gonna run this route. I'm gonna throw this pass until it's crisp. And that's what he's gonna like. Like last year, we watched him take away his legs, and it wasn't because teams were taking it away. He was hurt. He couldn't run. He was like, all right, I'm gonna dot you up. I'm gonna make every pass you want me to make. I still can move a little bit. I ain't really got the explosiveness, but I still can move enough to make the play work. He was doing it. Like, yeah, I do agree that Sirianni would be gone before Jalen. Obviously, that's not even an argument for me. If it didn't work out, Sirianni's
Like,
definitely
for
on the
real.
chopping block.
Like, what we
Definitely.
talking about?
What's your thoughts, King?
The organization would do anything to get their guy right. You talk about Jalen Hurts. They invest the investment right. You know, they're not
Mhm.
going to sit up there invest in the guy and then basically like, oh, he's going to be Carson Wentz. No, Nick Sirianni will be. Hey, what didn't work? You know, why did it end like this again? He's more on the hot seat than Jalen Hurts. I don't even know why. You know, number one, Howard Eskins would say something like that, and number two, why somebody like Nick Wright would actually take that and run with it to make a topic on his show. It makes them both look like idiots. So I do agree also that Nick Sirianni would be gone, and then
Technically,
depending
hit
on
man.
how good,
Fifth.
how depending on how good of a season that Jalen Hurts has and all that, it could be musical chairs, and Kellen Moore might be the head coach.
Hey, man, it's actually because look, he came in under Doug, right? So Doug and dude and the one that's in Jacksonville with him now was offense, right? Then he had Nick Sirianni the beginning of the 21 season to Nick Sirianni. Then you got Brian Johnson, and now you getting Kellen Moore. Jalen Hurts had a lot of people to learn on the dog. This is crazy.
And let's not talk about before that. He had just in college, he had 5 different coordinators in 4 years.
He had
Right.
Your boy Riley.
Mhm.
He
And
had
then he had all the ones that was under Nick Saban.
what's his name? Bill O'Brien. And he had
different
three.
coordinators.
Yeah,
Seven out of the 9 years.
different coordinators in 4 years.
Scarnecchia.
7 out of the 9 years, bro. 7
He had
out of the 9
Scarnecchia.
years.
He had
That's
Scarnecchia
crazy.
8,
for a
really.
while.
That's why I say 8, really though.
Yeah.
8?
Like,
8,
so
because he started with Dougie P and
Yeah, you can count that.
I mean, that was his he played 4 games under them. That's technically his starting of the year. 4 games with them. Then he come in he get I ain't gonna really say Nick's. I guess you can count Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen in 1 that year. I mean, because you're gonna count Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni as 1 again, and then you getting Kellen. So man, this man gotta have some consistency, bro. That's why I'm hoping like somebody comes here as a coordinator, and if it's Kellen Moore, cool, I'm with
as
it.
a coordinator,
and be like, hey, look, I want to be here for the development of Jalen and this team, and I want to work with Jalen moving forward. And I mean, listen, no, I don't, Gene. I really don't. I think they want a CEO, but you're gonna have to know how to manage. You gotta know how to manage. They Dougie P not here because he wouldn't be a CEO.
Thanks.
They said, look, let us do all the work and you manage everything. He said, no, I want my guys here and we're gonna work it together. And they said, that's not what we want. Bye.
Jesus.
So as long as Nick Sirianni is like, if he's doing his job, he's actually managing the house. He's actually being a head coach. He's holding people accountable. He knows what's going on the field. He's not just being just there being a cheerleader clapping his hands. I think he's gonna be in a great situation.
He's not being Jason Garrett.
Yeah, he's gonna be great, man. I think he'll be in a good situation with them. I think the front office will keep him exactly where he at. They want a guy that's going to be a CEO who's going to run the office. So Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman could do more of what they doing than what they've been doing the last couple of years, where you hear about Howie Roseman being at practices. He at practices. He ain't out evaluating talent to bring to the Eagles. He's at practice.
Right.
Right. This time of year, I usually ignore the national media because they be geeking for stories
Right,
about
Anthony.
teams they know nothing about.
But you know what's crazy though? You know, everybody keeps saying, you know, national media, you know, they talk nonsense and all that, but us as content creators, we got to around this time because it gives us more content to talk about.
It just makes me laugh. Like I, at certain times, I sit back and I hear stuff, and I'm like, "So this is your new angle? This what we doing now?" Like
It's
I
still
remember there was a time where there was integrity in sports media. I
so
remember that.
yeah, it's not that no more. That's where I was getting to. So do you think it's all like a Nick Wright or Stephen A. Smith or Skip Bayless or something like that, or do you think it's
They're not authentic anymore. The networks
No,
are
bro.
paying them to do this bullshit. You gotta,
right?
you gotta
It's
listen.
all about
If
entertainment.
y'all
now.
haven't noticed, right?
Right.
If you ever noticed, right? It's like a slew of runoff of the same type of bad takes about the same
Nigga,
person
you
in one
couldn't
day.
pay me to watch that motherfucker.
Like, look, think about when we reporting as content creators. You like Nick Wright is the one off right now, right? But it was a multitude of Jalen praise before Nick Wright popped in and was like, "Oh, he's not."
Yeah.
Like it's like the network is paying him, like, we got to stop the narrative. We gotta
No, there's always got to
capitalize.
be. There's always has to be one contrarian.
Yep.
Always. If there's not one contrarian, like the 2022 season, there was nothing anybody could say. But if you really look about it, still, if you go back and watch that season, Nick Wright was still that guy, the contrarian. There was, on every network, there was always that one contrarian. Now, here's one thing I will say: Skip Bayless, he has always said he is afraid of Jalen Hurts. I will say that he has always said he's afraid of Jalen Hurts because he said he's just something about Jalen. Jalen is a gamer, and he's just afraid of Jalen. So, but if you look on every network, there was always one. Matter of fact, or NFL Network, it was Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
It was Maurice Jones-Drew on at that in that year on ESPN. Michael Irvin was on there.
Oh yeah, it was Mike.
Yeah. There was the contrary. It was a contrary on every network.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Exactly. So still, Nick Sirianni is putting good deals and trust in Kellen Moore to handle a lot of things with the Eagles offense. What's your thoughts?
I mean, here's the thing about it. They're reporting on these things as if this wasn't something Nick Sirianni's already done before. Isn't that what he did when he gave up the play calling to Shane Steichen?
Right. Facts.
Like, so you're expecting us to get excited over news about somebody doing something that they actually did before, except for this time he's handing it over to somebody who's even more experienced than the last guy he did that with. Like we really the only am I supposed to be upset about it? Oh, he's giving all control to him. Good. Okay. Next. On the training camp, please. Talk about something better. Like, cause like if this is the best the media can come up with to talk about, dog, we can literally we can have a better conversation just acting like we sitting in the barbershop right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could come up with better things than this. Like seriously, on Chat Sports today, the Eagles Chat Sports today, old boy Chase Senior was talking about we could possibly either release or trade Dallas Goedert, and I almost broke my damn laptop when he said
What? Oh, wait. Stop, pause, and rewind that. What?
Yeah. I heard that within the first 15 seconds of hearing that, I immediately paused. I immediately stopped the video, found something else to watch. There was no need for me to listen to nothing else. The moment they said that, I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and find something else to listen to because it's
Hey,
already
Miss Ash,
clear. It's already clear. There was some bullshit going on.
Miss Ash, that's gonna happen kind of only if we don't win the Super Bowl. If we win the Super Bowl, Kellen Moore's gonna get a head coach.
No.
Kellen Moore's gonna get a head
It has
coaching
to be
job,
on
bro.
them from now on, bro. They gotta listen. You had 3 coaches this year as coordinators that had the head coaching jobs that chose their quarterback over head coaching. We need the same thing.
I know. We need it.
Because, bro, even with a bad season, we possibly can lose our guys. It ain't just got to be a good season. It could be a season where we get one playoff win and they can go. We need them to choose Jalen and the offense or, the defense over being a head coach.
Right, but I think it's more like if we get to, like, just say NFC Championship game, right? And it's like, yo, we almost there. All we need to do is this, and they come back. I think they would be liable to come back there than to be like, yo, this offense was clicking from last season because everything is like, what have you done for me lately? And then you win the Super Bowl, and they're gonna be like, yo, that offense was clicking. Kellen Moore is the difference. Kellen Moore needs to have his own spot.
It works in one argument, but what about the Texans? He was a first year coordinator with the opportunity to go be a head coach. He went from being a position coach last year, offensive coordinator this year, and he had the opportunity to leave and go be a head coach right now. 3 years, and he would have been.
Who you talking about?
Offensive coordinator for the Texans.
The Texans, yeah.
Yeah. He could have been the Panthers coach. That's who they wanted.
Yeah.
Like, it was guys that turned down jobs to stay.
Hell,
I understand what you're saying about. No, I understand what DV was at.
Ben Johnson in Detroit decided to stay there. He could have been the head coach of the Commanders.
But that's kind of why I understand DV argument. Like with Ben Johnson, like they had built something where they like feel like they one step away from being in the big game. Mm-hmm. But the Texans hadn't built that. He hadn't been there. The offensive coordinator only been there 1 year. He hadn't had like a long stretch of I've been dedicated to CJ Stroud, but he believes in what he has in CJ. And he said, you know what, man, it's worth more being here and watching CJ Stroud develop under me than me go be a head coach. And I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm going to Atlanta to get. I don't know what I'm going to Carolina to get. I know what I get right here. And that's exactly what the Eagles need. We need Kellen Moore to be like, hey, man, look, I like what I got in Jalen, man. I like what I got in Philly. Me and Nick Sirianni, me and Fangio, we good.
This would be the second time that Kellen Moore gets to do this because literally, if you think about it, he literally left Dallas with a quarterback that he basically developed. He's the fucking one that really developed goddamn Dak Prescott.
I want to say he's going to develop Jalen Hurts. I'll say that he's going to enhance him.
I think he's going to do. I can say develop. But it's going to be certain different parts of the game that he doesn't have developed.
If you remember Dak Prescott, when he first got into the league, he used to jump to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna change. Listen, you're gonna notice it if he stays for a period of time. He is going to develop parts of Jalen's game. You're gonna see the middle of the field start to change. You're gonna see some of the intermediate passes start to change. You're gonna see Jalen Hurts be probably more cerebral than he has in previous years. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the opportunity to see
that's what I'm banking on.
Hold on. What the hell are you talking about, Twist? What the hell are you talking about? Kingsbury wanted to get rid of Stout.
Yeah, he wanted Stout gone. That's the only reason he's not an OC. He said he wanted all his guys to come in, Stoutland was a part of it, and they said no, Stoutland don't get touched. No,
Yeah,
he said he said
no. He's like, man, I want all my guys and Stoutland. What about Stoutland? Well, Stoutland going to have to go somewhere. They was like, all right, it was nice talking to you. We'll give you a call, and that was it.
Fuck Clinton. Who the fuck Kingsbury think he is?
he was bringing in all them offensive whatever college guys. We was gonna be looking, man. Listen,
where you at?
Listen, we gotta play the team that he brought his guys to 2 times a year. We gonna see.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Your offensive line better be hitting too. They better be right.
Oh,
guess what? Every time, look, every time you look over at Howie, you look over at Howie gonna be like, I told you Stoutland was him.
Yep.
I can see him and Howie shaking hands, and Howie be like, "See, you wanted to get rid of Stoutland. You see how your offensive line looking over there?
Right.
Came here, we would have had you right." I wanted Cliff. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted Cliff because I thought the offense that Cliff runs was, but it's predicated around the RPO. I really wanted the RPO system here again, heavy. But I think Kellen Moore also has a version of the RPO he ran before.
I think he's going to expand what Jalen can do, man.
It's gonna happen.
Yep. So Saquon Barkley is going to, according to Jeremy Fallon, Saquon Barkley is going to have a Christian McCaffrey-like impact. Stu, what's your thoughts on that?
I think he's underselling what Jalen can do, what Saquon actually brings, because Christian McCaffrey adds an element to their offense, but they don't have the mobile quarterback. They don't have the dual threat quarterback in San Francisco that adds another element. So I think I think they're underselling what Saquon can be for this offense, seeing as though Jalen provides that extra threat as an offense. Yeah, they got Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle. Okay, cool. We got AJ, Smitty, Goddard, and whoever else. They got McCaffrey. We got Saquon. They have Purdy. Purdy's not a dual threat. We have Jalen. He's a dual threat. Like, that's the extra layer that they're actually not even factoring in. That they're actually not even they don't even understand that they're underselling how much of an impact that you could be looking at a newer version of the greatest show on turf. You could be looking at an updated version of that with a dual threat quarterback. Are you kidding me? Man, look, it's Stu Vision, man. I'm trying to get y'all on my level. I'm trying to get y'all there, man. But ain't nobody seeing this, man. Oh God.
Well, they met today, Anthony. They met today.
He left.
They meet tomorrow.
He left. No. He came with his homeboy. He didn't come by himself. He went to the meeting with Jaden Daniels with. Right, he went to the meeting with Jaden Daniels with him. He not playing no bullshit.
No. Ryan Clark reported that Brandon Ayuk did the pivot with Brandon Ayuk, and Jaden Daniels was right with him.
But he was at the meeting with the 49ers also. They said he was there. He was with Brandon Ayuk. They've been together in California for the last 4 or 5 days. They've been traveling around. He didn't go inside the building probably, but he was there. They knew he was outside in the whip.
Yeah.
They know he pulled up together.
If I'm the 49ers, if that happened.
Nah, he ain't leaving no deal.
No. If that happened, all right, look.
Well, he already signed that.
If y'all since y'all want to play together and all that, give me Terry McLaurin.
Exactly. He already signed his tag. So
Terry gotta go.
Exactly. So before we give our early preview on training camp, I want to preview Devontae Smith's softball game since King DV is going. So, King, what's your thoughts on the softball game coming up, and what you're excited to see when you get there?
I'm excited to see everybody, man. happy to see that Isaiah Rodgers, shout out to him. He's going to the game. Sidney Brown just confirmed.
Is
What Jalen
Sidney
Hurts is
Brown
there.
still hurt?
Me and see. But the home run derby is like at noon. I'm looking forward to that. And then I also paid the extra to, meet with Devontae Smith. So I'm just excited about that. Well, I didn't pay. It was a Father's Day gift. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to, everything. I know Gilly's going to be, Gilly and Wallow's going to be there. T.O.'s the captain. I think he won the MVP like 2 years straight. But yeah, I'm just thinking that it's just going to be just all fun and games, man. I don't think they're going to go too hard to get injured. A lot of people is like, oh no, I don't want these people here. We need to be focused on but we had a softball game in 2022. That's all I'm saying. And we were one of the healthiest teams. So I am excited. Brandon Graham's going to be there.
Man,
too,
I
so.
knew I wasn't tripping, man. Right here, breaking news. Unhappy star Brandon Ayuk walked into the meeting with the 49ers today with Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels. He went in the meeting with him there.
Yeah, he ain't
That's
getting
crazy.
paid with Jaden Daniels.
That's
He
crazy.
is not getting paid.
Miss Hash. See, that's the whole thing, man. I'm asking people like, okay, if I had the opportunity to ask one question, what would I ask them? Like that's what I'm trying to like. I know how he already said how he felt about Kellen Moore in his offense. He already said certain things. I'm trying to ask a question that nobody asked.
Exactly.
You got the constructed from your own, man. You might can't find that from nobody else, to be honest.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I hope you
I was
have
just trying to get ideas. I gotta be out there like 10:30 or something to get parking.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you know Cooper DeJong was fourth spot athlete in high school football, basketball, baseball, and track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Remember last year Saquon went to the softball game. They be low key.
Yeah, because he's there this year too. He's there this year too.
Anthony.
What you call him is there? I thought we was going
Anthony
to
Perry. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. How you think the Eagles got T.O. here back in the day? McNabb recruited him. We sat there and recruited him at the Pro Bowl the year before.
Right. There you go. So
which Smitty he talking about?
You know,
He talking about Devontae. He talking about this Smitty. He talking about Devontae. 6. He talking about 6. Yeah, Devontae love him, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro. That's what.
So before we wrap up, let's give our early thoughts on training camp. We'll start with you, Stu. What's your early thoughts on training camp? And next week, we're going to preview the entire thing. So this is just an early thought before we get ready to preview it. So go ahead, Stu.
Man, just get through healthy, bro. All I want to do is get through healthy, work on chemistry with the offense, get everything clicking. Defense, you know what? I'm anxious to see what this secondary look like. I'm anxious to see how this shake out and who's going to be the guys that's starting on that back. Who's going to be the guys starting in the secondary and who's going to be our starting linebackers. I need to see that.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, just get through healthy, man. And let's get back to that game, man. And I at least want us to get to the game before the game, and then we go from there.
Yep. He tried not to look at the comments so bad.
Exactly.
Oh.
Go ahead, King. Early training camp thoughts before we next.
We gotta like be set in stone with the right guard position. To be honest, the right guard position. Also, we got to know who we're going to have out there, how the rotation is going to be, the linebackers. I don't think we're going to know anything until we do that joint practice with the Patriots. But yeah, we really got to know, what we got there. And then I'm also curious on certain packages that Christian Parker and Vic Fangio is going to put together for the secondary. That's what I'm banking on too. I'm trying not to look while I'm talking. But
I love you guys in the chat,
definitely
man.
not
I really
listening.
do. I really
Yeah,
do. Go
man,
ahead.
they wildin'.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're trying to gaslight
No.
you, bro. It's all right.
No,
Yeah.
wrong Jigger. Mitchell will be.
Okay. Go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead, Smitty.
I think it's gonna be. I think training camp just really need to hurry up. I'm ready to see what transpires, man. What this new look Eagles looks like. What we hear, obviously, it ain't nothing like seeing you guys back in past doing all the great work they've been doing. But it's gonna be fun, man. And shout out to the secondary, man. Shout out to the secondary.
Exactly. And we will preview training camp starting on Bird Talk, and then we'll have a special edition of Birds of Broad Street with me and Big Simple on Friday. We'll preview training camp Saturday, Bird Talk, the aftermath Sunday, Cool Cat Mitch Monday afternoon, and back on Broad Street at 7:45. So with that, let's go ahead and give our final thoughts. We'll start with you, Stu.
Final thoughts. I need a beer. I'll let y'all, man. I need a beer. Go Birds. Let's go. Oh,
You need
by
a
the
beer.
way, I need a beer. Go Birds. And guess what? It's over
Katie
there.
Gale. Let me give him.
It's over there, y'all. And
Yeah.
I don't belong over there. I'm going that way.
Exactly. Yep. You left out. Go ahead, King.
So yeah, as always, man, I'm recording. I got a video up right now. Thank y'all for having me. First things first. Going to the softball.
You know you
game.
always welcome, King. You know you always welcome Broad Street.
I'm going to the softball game, so I'm going to be recording everything like I do at the open practice. I'm also going to be at the open practice too. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, I advise y'all to subscribe to the channel so you can see everything. Also, me and Smitty, inside the desk every Wednesday. So just follow your boy. Always fly equals fly.
Yep. Smitty.
Man, it's gonna be a great season, man. Let's get on this road, man, to victory. It's only a few weeks away, man. So everybody stay healthy, everybody stay excited. We on the road, man.
Yep. Salute to King for joining us for B.O.B.S, man. You know you always welcome here, bro. You know you always welcome here. Same as you guys, man. The name of the slogan is Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to Broad Street. And also hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to everybody's channel. Training camp is on the way, and starting next week, we're going to preview the whole entire thing. So for the crew, for your boy, for King DV, for Smitty, and everybody on Broad Street, thank y'all for watching. Fly Eagles Fly, Go Birds, lights out. Peace.